Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I am going to be showing you and colouring some of these. Well, I'll colour one, I'll show you them all. Now these are more lovely downloads from Agotapop, and she has created or updated some of her Easter pictures. She's got two sets on her Etsy shop and I've sort of labelled them so I know what's going on. There is a set of Easter tinies and there is a set of floral Easter pictures. So there are two different types. Now the Easter tinies we'll start with. I'll just explain to you what they are. Firstly, just to say there is I will put a link in my description so you can get to her Etsy shop. The link goes directly to her shop and it's got a discount code incorporated into it, so you can get a little bit of money off if you use my discount code on buying any of her downloads. Now that applies to any of them, not just specifically these Easter ones. So if you like the look of any of the ones I'm showing you, the best thing to do is to go into her shop, look at them closely. She's got lots of photos to make sure you're getting the right one. Because of being two different Easter ones, you want to make sure you get the one you like, unless you want them both, of course. Now the Easter tinies we're going to start with. I'll just talk you through quickly and then we'll come in a bit closer. So there are two sets here. There are 12 pictures, and you can either print them off 12 on a page, which I have done on this page, or you can print them off with 6 on a page, which I've done on this. I've done this double-sided on a bit of cheap paper. I've run out of nice paper, so I just did this quickly. And it's got a box round, which means that these you can use to do for, say, an Easter card. You could colour it in and then cut it round nice and easily and stick it onto a card, which is why I'm doing this video now. Wasn't going to do any Easter colouring videos this early. I was going to wait until April because I think Easter is the second weekend in April, I think. I'm just looking at my calendar. No, it's the first weekend in April. Okay, maybe it's time to start doing some anyway. I'm not sure. But if you want to make Easter cards, then you obviously need to have these fairly soon so that you can get ahead of yourself. So as I say, those you can either have really small ones or you can have them slightly bigger. And of course, because they are PDFs and you're downloading them, you can change the size. You could say, I want this across several sheets of paper, and you can readjust them in your printer if you're technically minded. Maybe not for me. So that's those. I'm not going to show you this one. I'm going to show you this one. They're the same pictures. You can see these are the same, like that. That one is that one, that one is that one. So, but we'll do this one because they're a little bit bigger. So I'm going to come in a bit closer and just show you these. So these are called Easter tinies. Okay, so we'll come in and we'll just have a little look at each one. So we've got a cute little Easter egg with ribbons round and flowers. That's rather nice. I'm just going to move this one out of the way for now. Then we have a little bunny, very sweet. Now, just to talk about Easter colouring again quickly while I think about it, I have now got an Easter and Spring playlist on my channel. So anything that's slightly Eastery, whether it be Easter eggs, bunnies, daffodils, that sort of thing, I've popped into an Easter/Spring playlist. So if you want things that are specific to this time of year, then you can go and have a little look at that as well. This video will be in that playlist too. And there's like a little wreath that's really cute. So we've got Easter eggs at the bottom and then daffodils and tulips and pretty flowers. That's rather nice. Look at that one. So cute. Look at his little wings. Whoop. I love him. Nice little Easter basket. Then on the reverse, I printed this double-sided. You don't have to, you can print it single-sided. Obviously, if you're going to cut them out, that's what you're going to need to do. I just did it quickly this morning so I could show you them. I'm not going to be using them for Easter cards because I was going to do some, and as always, I've run out of time. So I'm not. I always forget when Easter is. That's rather cute, isn't it? And I like this one. You can just do whatever you like with the egg. I sort of am better when it comes to Christmas and things like that, because I know when it is, because Easter changes, I forget. I've also got a lot of stuff going on with Mother's Day coming up. Well, it would have gone by the time this video goes out and things like that. So these are the Easter tinies, but there is a second Easter set, which this one is interesting. I'm just going to come out of it just to show you. Again, I've printed it across 2 different types of paper, so it's a bit odd. Now these are called floral Easter, and I've printed them double-sided. There's a lot of them. And I'll show you the big ones actually, because we won't want to be zoomed in for those. These come in a grey and a black, so you can print it in a slightly lighter colour. Oops, wrong way. We just get further away. So if you want the black lines to show up less, you can do that. So this is rather cute. We've got a lot going on. Really pretty watering can. Colour with Claire's just done a quite good video of a sort of rusted watering can, which was from one of Agotapop's pages, but not this one, from her, is it a spring ones, I think. Anyway, got a nest of eggs, very sweet. So that's that one. And then we have a wreath. Like we had on the other one. It's not the same one. It's quite similar with the 3 eggs at the bottom, but different types of florals around the edge. So that's another sort of larger one. And then we have a design, I love these, with different Easter eggs. I'm going to come in, all different eggs, come in a bit closer. So we've got 6 on the page. So we have tulips on this one, and some other just pretty flowers there. I like, interesting how they come off the edge, so you can colour the egg a bit, and you know, I think it's fun. And another one, you can even put something in here, an initial or something. I was thinking, and if it's going on a card, you could put the person's initial. But it's just lots of leaves on that one, which I think is rather fun. This one has got a ladybird, I like that, and sort of daisies. It's nice. More sort of plainer florals with little ones. Now these you could do as daffodils. I think they look a bit daffodilly to me. I'm sure daffodilly is a word. Now we have some, I'm guessing like bluebells maybe, but that's pretty. Now on the other side to this I have printed, oh, a big one. Okay, so now we have another selection of small ones, and these are more mixed, not just eggs, which is fun. I think they've probably all got eggs in because it's Easter, but you know what I mean, they're not inside eggs. So we have this little one which looks to me like it's a birdhouse with eggs and florals. It's rather pretty. And a pot, look, with some eggs around it. I've got to have a nest with eggs in, haven't you? You got to. I've done one like this, Rita Berman, I think, book. Now that's really different. It's like a little tree. I think there is beginning to be a fashion in the UK to get some branches, like maybe some pussy willow or sticky buds of some sort, catkins, and then hang eggs, like plastic eggs, on it, or paper mache, whatever. I used to do it when the children were small, but not anymore. As I say, Easter just comes and goes very quickly. We don't really do Easter. We don't really do Easter eggs or anything. Usually give the kids some money because it's better than eggs. This one's fun. I like that it's a little round pot, and we've got Easter eggs on sticks within a floral arrangement. I think that's a really interesting, pretty and lovely idea actually. And this looks more natural. That's quite a big egg for that little bird. I don't think that bird laid that egg, do you? It's rather sweet. Let's go back to this one. We've got another little bird. And some sort of, these look like pansies to me, rather pretty flowers. And here we have one with a butterfly. That's nice. This next one is so cute. Oh, isn't it adorable? Just so sweet. That's interesting. What an interesting idea. So lovely. And this little bird, he's sort of walking through. And this one. Now I'm going to choose one to colour. I am actually going to colour one, not this set, and one of the really little ones from the page of 12, and I'm going to go for something that isn't too complicated, and maybe just the first one actually. We've got this egg with a ribbon. I rather like that. I'm going to see if I need to come in a bit closer. Now this is printed on Bristol board. I find it doesn't work very well for polychromos pencils, so I've just actually, and I've run out, so I've just ordered some very different paper, and I'm going to try that. I'm going to use Staedtler. I think I'll try to just use my Design Journey, not the super soft, just the regular Design Journey, and I'm just trying to find them. That's fine. I've got all my Staedtlers mixed up in a case now, so I've got to work out what I'm doing. I think I'm going to start with a nice pretty pink on these flowers. Okay, so I'm going to use number 25. Okay, and see how they go down on this paper. I'm just going to do a light layer to start with, and the middle. Yeah, they go down fairly well. Yeah, I bought some brand new paper, ordered it. I'm not sure when this video is going to go out, so I may have already used it by the time the video goes out, but it's toned paper, which I've been really interested to try. I know a lot of people use toned paper, and I don't know how well the pencils are going to work on it or anything, but you know, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Try something different. So these pencils are fairly hard. You can hear them scraping, I'm sure. It's because I've got nothing underneath here apart from the desk, which probably isn't a good idea. I'm actually going to put the printout underneath. I might cushion it a bit better. So these are, I've done an initial layer. What I'm going to do now is go darken some bits like the centre. And I'm just going to darken the centre part of each petal like that. Leave the outside a bit lighter. I see people do this, and I don't know why they do it, but I'm going to have a go. I just copy other people's ideas. So it's just really seeing, it helps you see how these layer up as well. I think, again, this paper might not be the best paper for these. It doesn't work very well for polys. These are also quite hard pencils, but it definitely works better for these than polys. There we go. Okay, now let's find a green for the leaves. I don't want anything too dark, so I think I'm just going to use the number 52. Oop, there you go, to start with. I might do two colours actually, so do the 52 at the bottom and then fade it a bit and pop the 50 on the end. I quite like those two together, and it'll help you see how it blends. I'm trying to work out what that is while I'm colouring. I'm not really sure, but anyway, we'll see. But I rather like her style of drawing. There's quite a lot of plain, like the egg is quite plain, and there's not too much detail, so you can add your own detailing or not. You know, I rather like that. I'm going to, as I say, I'm going to use number 50 for the tips. Just sort of blend it in. These two usually blend together really nicely. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I like these. I've tended to, what I've done is I've mixed all my Staedtler pencils together in a case in colour order, so all my 50s are next to each other. I'll show you. You might be interested in seeing how I've done it. Might be how you would do it. So if you look at this colour here, for example, this is number 57, that's the Ergo. that's the Design Journey, and that's the Noris, and I've just put them all together so I can use them interchangeably like that, and just put them in a colour order that suits me really. Right, let's come back in. Now we've got a bit of grass going on along the bottom here, so I'm going to just do that with the same green. I think I used the slightly darker 52. I just thought I would just, I think I'm only going to colour the tufts that are drawn in. I mean, if you wanted to do like a background, you could continue that grass all the way along, but I'm just going to do it quickly for you guys and not do too much. Now for the egg, I want like a blue, and I'm going to use this blue. This is number 302. This is a colour that I don't have in any of my other Staedtler sets, and it's quite pale, and I'm going to use it across the whole of the egg, and then I may use something darker in places, but I rather like it being quite pale, like you know, like the old eggshell paint type thing going on. I can't think, I'm trying to think, is there a fancy name? It's just called eggshell. It's not called eggshell. That sounds rubbish. I don't know. But I want it a bit darker at the bottom, so I'm just going to layer it up and then layer again, and you can see how it gets darker, it layers. I mean, as I say, this paper isn't the best for the harder pencils. Oh, we've got to do this bit in here now. I think because this paper is quite smooth, that's part of the problem. I like the smoothness of the paper, but it's not so good with the harder pencils. And it seems to show up all the lines. It's a bit like Millie Marotta books, which I was going to have a play with actually, with some Prismas. I think I've done Prismas in her books before, but I think this paper would probably be good for Prismas, but we've got a lot of little details. There we go. I'm going to leave that there for now. I may add a bit more in a minute. We've got our ribbon to do. Now our pink is quite salmony, quite orangey, so I don't want to do a sort of purple or mauvey type ribbon. So I'm thinking I might go more towards the reds. So I'm just seeing what I've got. I think this one might be the best, but I'm just trying to see. I'm thinking 23. Yeah, 23 is a sort of pinky red, and I think it will just work. So I've got this across bit here first. Now I'm thinking it's going to be darker here on the curve of the egg. It's how I've tried to colour the egg too. Like that. And then I think I'm just going to put a layer across the whole of the ribbon. You can see how it really shows up my lines as I colour. So as I say, it's got absolutely nothing, because it's a PDF, you can just print it on your favourite paper, which is really good, or just copy paper. I might try colouring some of those I printed on copy paper. It might actually be better than this paper, you never know. I don't know. But yeah, my new paper's arriving tomorrow, so I'm excited to see it. But I think it's all toned, so I may find that I want to buy some white as well. But anyway, we'll see. I can't even remember what brand it is. I thought I might do an unboxing video because I bought a lot of stuff. Just thought it might be fun. I want these bits darker, so I'm just gonna start here with these darker areas. The lighter areas are very scruffy, but I do what I know what I'm doing Did that make sense? Was that even English? Sorry. Yeah. I'm just going to fade that out to the edge a bit and tidy up that bit. There we go. And do the same on this side. Oops. There we go. Now deal with this centre bit. For the knot, I like to put it a little bit darker at the bottom, then lighter. I can't decide whether to stay in today or not. My husband's got a parcel being delivered. He bought some big storage boxes. You know, the sort of giant size boxes that would take huge, that would bigger than pads of paper or colouring books size, you know. I can't think what size it is specifically, but big. And he ordered them from Ryman's, and the FedEx are delivering and they've lost them. And we like, they are so big, how could they possibly have lost them? We're so confused. It's quite funny, to be honest. So I don't know whether I'm supposed to be waiting in case they find them and deliver them, or what really. But anyway, I'm just going to go about my day and see. I wasn't intending on going out this morning. I was excited to come and record, actually. I've got a few other videos lined up to do. Okay, so there is my start. I'm looking at the egg shell, thinking I want to layer a bit more on there. I don't know if I want to go a darker colour yet. So I've picked back up my 302 and I'm going to just work a few more layers of colour here if the paper allows me. Now I am going to use a darker blue for some of the shadows like under the bow, but at the moment I'm still trying to just work a little bit of this lighter colour in there. Some people always leave a little white line around the edge of things, particularly glass or skin. I can see that. I was looking at someone, his face, my husband actually, and he was sideways on and silhouetted against the window, and I could see that there was a bit of a white glow around his face, but I don't think that always happens. Okay, I'm happier with that, but what I am going to do is grab a darker blue to do a bit of shadowing. I'm going to try the, is that green? Hang on, I'm just going to scribble with that. Well, that, yeah, I think that'll work. This is a really dark blue. This is 59. Again, it's a colour I don't have in my other sets. And I'm going to be really gentle because it's very dark and just add a bit of shadow in under some of the bits. Sorry, this will be, the shadow will be a bit weird there. There'll be a bit under these bits of florals too. Just under the bottom, I'm thinking. If we were assuming the light's coming from above, that is, which I always do, usually, because it's easier. There's nothing like making things easy. Okay, I'm going to use it actually to do the shadow here and here too, because I think it's quite a good shadowy colour because it's like a grey-green. Just have to be careful with how hard you press. Right, the centres of those flowers, we're going to put a little bit of something in there. I was thinking white, but I don't know how well it will show up, but I'm going to try it, and if it doesn't work, I'll get something else. But I'd like it to be white and quite delicate. This is my white Posca. Sorry, I shook the whole desk then. As I shook the pen, my knee banged on the desk. Little dots. It's amazing how a few little dots can make such a difference. Now you could add some dots to your egg as well if you wanted. I think I'm going to put them over the centre too. But I think I like it quite plain, to be honest. I'm quite liking the plainness of that. So I am going to leave it there, I think. As I say, you don't have to colour it that way. You could, you know, some sort of circles of dots could work. Something like that, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave that one as is, because there are other ones on this page which have got circles on, so I might do something different with those. But there we go. I am wondering how that egg is standing up on its bottom like that. They don't usually do that. Perhaps it's buried in the ground a little bit and we just can't see. But there we are, there's that one, and it's there's such a lovely set of pictures. And she's got sweets, sort of candy, she's got little rabbits, she's got mushrooms, she's got houses, there's Christmas designs, and if you find her main website there are even some freebie downloads which you can do if you want to just check and see how you get on with them. If you know how you get on with her style and that sort of thing, you could always do those. But as I say, all the links, well, the link to the discount link will be in the description, so you can grab that and get a bit of money off and enjoy. But thank you very much for watching, and thank you to Agotapop, who sent me this for free. She sent me these downloads for free, which is very kind of her, but so that I can show you. But I'm going to have fun. I've got quite a lot of hers now, which I'm going to enjoy doing slowly over time. It's always quite tempting to think, right, I've got to finish this page, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to enjoy them and do the odd little one here and there when I feel like I want to, which will be really nice. Or I might take them out and about with me, you know, if I'm visiting people. But anyway, I'm going to stop waffling now. Go and have a look at her page. As I say, it's in the description, so you can go and have a little look. Thank you so much for watching. Have a really super day and happy colouring.